Hi parents, happy Friday. Hope you guys are going to the crab feed tonight and that you have an excellent weekend. I wanted to take time just to explain the progress report and what you guys see when you go home, what it looks like in my gradebook, and specifically how to tell how your student is doing based off our progress reports. Now, this is strictly for math class. It is not for science, language arts, and history. This is a Matson thing. It doesn't apply to the whole middle school. So our percentages do look different based off our concepts. So just so everybody can know and be reminded, this is math only. So I'm only speaking to the math classes right now. Please do not hold this in the same standard when you look at Mr. Haskins or Mrs. Campbell's progress reports. So to understand how and what you're looking at, the first thing that we're going to look at right here is the assessments. Assessments, you can see, are 65% of my overall grade. So what you would normally see here is a fraction based off of, let's say there was a total of 50 points for assessments so far in this try, and your student was about at a 40 out of 50 on that. They would have a certain percentage, and that would be their assessment grade. Same thing with classwork. Classwork is 30% of my grade. That means it will affect the student's grade 30%. That includes anything that we do in class, classwork workbooks, projects. They all go into this classwork grade. And again, you would see another fraction, and let's just use that same 50 ratio. You had 50 points total, and the number before that would be showing how many points your student received based off classwork points. Next, we have homework. Homework is 5% of my grade. It affects your student that much, and the numbers that you're going to see are what students are doing and the total amount. So let's say they did 30 out of 45. This gives you a nice breakdown to see what your student is doing or how your student is doing in each individual part of the grade. Whether they're doing assessments, specifically assessments, how they're doing specifically in classwork, and then lastly in homework. And that will represent their overall grade, which will be here. One thing that a lot of people have questions about is this learner behavior grade. And I want to point out something, that learner behavior is worth 0% in my gradebook. That means this grade that you're going to see right in here does not affect the overall grade. It's simply a piece of data that I can look at, that you as a parent could look at. Learner behavior comes from, is your student getting signatures? Are they doing video notes? Are they coming prepared to class? Again, that's not going to affect their overall math score, how they're doing academically in math. This is just to show you, hey, they're not getting signatures or they're not doing video notes if that score is low. If that score is high, then they're doing good and they're on track. But please pay attention that the learner behavior is at a 0% and is not affecting their overall math score. We send these out at the half of the try, halfway in, so parents can get an update for that halfway mark. In math specifically, I tend to send one every 2 weeks until the end of the trimester, so you can be continually up to date about how your student is doing and if they have missing assignments or they're getting low grades in certain areas. You could always also access this information on the portal, and you need Susan Stetz to do that. You need to go in and get your username and password for her. I do not have access to that, but that's a great way to stay on top of your students' academic achievement. Grades are updated. We try to update once a week, but sometimes it goes 1 to 2 weeks based off of what we have and what we have to input. But feel free to shoot me an email at any time, and I will give you the best picture of your student's grade as I can. If you have any questions about this, please email me or contact me, and I will continue to walk you through and talk to you about these progress reports. One last thing I want to point out is, again, that this assessment grade is the most important grade. That's really showing me that how is your student doing with mastery. Once we talk about a subject for a certain amount of days and then we test on it, are they performing where they need to be performing? Another great resource for that is when the report cards come out at the end of trimesters and looking at that standard space in the sense, or the, kind of standard space where they're looking at the 4, 3, 2, or 1. How are they doing on that scale? So again, just wanted to take time to talk about the progress report. If you have any questions, again, let me know and I'll talk to you then. I hope you have a great weekend and hope to see you at the crab feed tonight.